I had to take a few screenshots on my phone to remind me of stuff that I've covered since the start of the year, and
Oh yeah,
just because.
you were doing your research.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Oh, you could go. What are the best gigs you've been to this year? And I'll just be like,
Well, I assure you, this interview is a lot vaguer than
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's okay. That's good. That's good. I'm good to go with the flow.
Hello, and welcome to the Arteries. We're a weekly podcast where we talk to creative people about how and why they do what they do. I'm your host, Noël Duplaa. This week, I'm talking to Remy Connolly, who for the last few years has been the beating heart at the centre of Remy's music and film blog. So, of course, we talk about his blog, the Irish music scene, his early band experiences, but mostly we just nerd out over our shared musical obsessions, learning to play guitar to Oasis like an entire generation, determining which Stone Roses album is better, and answering vital questions like, is Bryan Adams still doing stuff?
Like, what you were in a band, weren't you?
Yeah, I was in a band, and it started out where around the time I started learning how to play the guitar, I started going out with a girl whose brother was in my class at school, which is never really a good idea. But he liked music as well, so we started playing together. Just we got another guy on who was playing lead guitar, and then we got this really young kid. We were only 19. When I say
Yeah.
young, he was like 15, and he was a fucking amazing drummer. And then the lead guitarist we had, who was good, moved back to Mayo or something. So the drummer goes, "Oh, I've got a mate who's like really good on guitar," and we were like, "Oh, he's like 15. He can't be that fucking good,
Yeah.
So then he came along, and I remember we were doing like Thin Lizzy covers, Bowie, Weezer, Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and stuff. The second or third time we met up to jam, he in between, like, we were taking a break, and he started playing lead guitar, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" I was there, "What's that you're playing?" He's there, "Oh, it's just Rory Gallagher," and he could play any Rory Gallagher
Yeah.
lead guitar, and he was only 15. I was like, right, that's it. Like, I don't even know if I want to continue playing rhythm guitar, with my what is it? Definitely Maybe songbook chords progressions.
I think that was
So,
everyone's songbook
yeah.
for about 10 years. And did you play in any of the bands after that, or?
No, that was it. I always wanted to continue doing it, and I did guitar lessons in Waltons, and this like really cool guitar teacher. He was like into the blues, and he'd mad, mop with curly hair, and like he was old school, like with the denim shirt, like the button down, open down to the middle, and the jeans and the boots, And the way he taught me guitar was, he'd say, "I'll bring in a cassette of your, whatever songs you like, and, we'll learn them." And I was like, "Oh, that's a really good way. Like, don't just like go, this is G and this is C." But every now and again, like, I remember one time I brought in, I was like, I want to learn Stone Roses. And he was just like, "Man, this is such a shit song." He's like, "Oh," he's there, "Why do you really want to learn this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to learn it, man. Stone Roses are cool." And he's just like, "Fucking hell," So it was kind of, when I look back on it now, he's right.
Really?
I don't mind Stone Roses, but I don't really listen to them anymore.
Yeah, I tend to fall into that annoying category of, I kind of prefer the second album.
Yeah.
Which is, it's kind of a dick position to hold, but
I don't know. I mean, I think Squire has let loose a bit more on that album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
well, it's more in my sweet spot. Like, it's more
Yeah.
guitar-y, it's more angry, more loud.
Yeah. I kind of wouldn't have an issue with either of them in terms of, like, both of them. I kind of enjoy both of them, but don't really go back to listening to Stone Roses much. I don't know if you were at the second last gig they played here in the Phoenix Park. Man, it was just like,
I just
Were you
decided.
at it?
No,
Oh God,
I've no real.
they were okay.
Yeah.
It was just the fucking punters. Like
Oh really?
it was like a teenage disco, but it was all like people in their mid-40s, and they were like hammered an hour before Stone Roses even come on.
Yeah.
And it's just like embarrassing, and it was like guys like, you know, getting sick, and it was like during the summer, it was like 6 o'clock, and you're like, what the hell's going on here? Like, and in fairness, like I enjoyed it. Ian Brown kind of you know, gets a rough rap over his vocals, but it was just like sailing through the greatest hits. And
Yeah.
everyone had a good time, but it was just, I don't know, it's a bit like, you know, no wonder this country's so fucked up. Look at look at you all, you know.
Yeah, but I suppose it's kind of like.
I've misbehaved as well, obviously, but not that time.
Yeah. I remember there was once, many years ago, where a friend of mine used to work for the council, so we'd get free tickets to the Marley gigs when they
Nice.
happened in the summer.
Yeah.
And so, like, within the space of, I think, 4 or 5 days, we went to see Bryan Adams and Meatloaf.
Okay.
And both were very entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, neither would be my favorite type of music. My brother-in-law is actually obsessed with Meatloaf.
Okay. Yeah.
But both, you know.
So's my wife. She's like,
Really?
she just loves him.
Real
Like,
Jim
yeah.
Steinman fan.
Oh, big. He's just like obsessed with Meatloaf, and has a kind of very strong attachment to Bryan Adams, but
Yeah.
wouldn't be really up to his later stuff. Is anybody apart from Bryan Adams? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still doing stuff?
I don't know. I could swear I heard something like maybe last year, or
Yeah.
you know, but I don't know.
I think, like,
the last thing I remember is that single with Mel C, "Baby When
That's
You're
actually
Gone."
about it, yeah.
Yeah.
But what was amazing about it was just, you know, both packed out, both relatively
Yeah.
older audiences,
Yeah.
but just completely different sets of people.
Yeah.
Like the Meatloaf audience was all like these kind of like, you know,
Extras.
overweight rockers
Yeah,
with
yeah.
ponytails,
Yeah.
and like Bryan Adams was all like people in chinos with
Yeah.
jumpers around the
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
A lot of pastels.
Yeah. Which one were you? But Marley Park's a good venue, I find. I mean, I don't know. I found it quite well organised. One that I suppose my most memorable trip there was the 2 nights back to back. I saw Morrissey and then Radiohead second night. Beck was actually supporting Radiohead.
Jeez, what am I saying? Sorry, I was at that.
Yeah?
Beck did the puppet show. He had,
Yeah,
like, the puppet.
yeah.
That was fucking amazing.
Yeah. What album was it? Both of our old brains must be able to remember. I mean,
It must be Hell to the Thief.
I'm trying to think of. I'm kind of lost
Because
between
album wise, it's Kid A, Amnesiac. I might be wrong. It's
and
kinda there,
then like In Rainbows is quite recent, like 3 years ago.
but yeah,
So I'm kind of trying to my discography of.
it's got to be. It
Radiohead.
must be like the tail end of Hail to the Thief.
Yeah,
then or
but what
something.
else do they have around Hail to the Thief either side? I
Hail
can't-
to the Thief. Hell to the Thief is.
Jesus.
It's followed by In Rainbows. I think. I don't think there's anything in between those.
no.
Kid A is 2000.
Hmm.
Amnesiac's 2001. Hail to the Thief. Jesus, is 2003.
It's a silent page.
And In Rainbows is 2007. And yeah, In Rainbows was definitely, that was Phoenix Park, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
So geez, I never thought they had like 5 year gap.
Well, I think In Rainbows was the big breakthrough for them, like in terms
Yeah.
of peace of mind.
Yeah.
Because I think up until that, like, wasn't it like Kid A and Amnesiac obviously are that we nearly broke up and we went mad and went a whole different direction.
Yeah, and I think as well a lot of like maybe a certain type of person only liked Pablo Honey and the Bends, and then OK Computer, they were probably starting to go, okay, I kind of like Karma Police, and the rest is getting a bit weird for me. And I'd say when Kid A came along, I'd say a lot of kind of maybe Radiohead fans who wouldn't be overly experimental in their tastes, without sounding like a patronising dick, probably just went, yeah, that's it, I'm done with Radiohead, and then when Amnesiac came out there, I made the right decision after Kid A, you know.
I think by Hail to the Thief, I was just like, oh, Radiohead are a band where I'm not going to like their album the first time I listen to it.
Yeah.
And by about the fourth or fifth listen, it's going to be one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And literally every single album of theirs, the
Have
first
done
time I
that.
run it through, like I remember with Kid A,
Yeah,
listening to it 2 or 3 times and just being like,
Yeah.
I do not like this album.
yeah, yeah.
And then just having Idiotech stuck in my head
Yeah.
and being like, okay, I do like that song.
Yeah.
And suddenly,
Mine on Kid A was the one that kept me coming back to it like very regularly after it came out. Was National Anthem. You know, I love that bass, like, you know, the
Yeah.
like it's very simple, but it was just very like, and I loved it. And then I think there's like cymbals kind of, and it's just,
Yeah.
I love that really.
and the trumpets at the end, all
Yeah,
the Johnny
and then-
Greenwood playing 40 trumpets or something.
Yeah, yeah, and then Pyramid Song on Amnesiac then was like, you know, a wonderful video, and the song was just so beautiful. I was like, you know, perfect for Tom York's voice as well. But I did find Amnesiac a little bit more challenging than Kid A, but you know, but then I think in Rainbows is quite accessible again.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's probably their warmest album.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Definitely the most welcoming. See, in Rainbows, kind of weirdly, I would be fairly Radiohead obsessive, and
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Rainbows, I think there was like 4 or 5 songs in it that had been around since the Benz days.
Yeah,
like it was
yeah,
very
yeah.
much them kind of like, you know, hat tip to the fans.
Yeah, yeah.
But so as a result, with loads of those songs, like, you know, everyone's like, "Oh, Nude, it's so beautiful," and that bass line's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know, I miss that, you know,
Yeah.
Whiter Shade of Pale organ solo from the
Yeah.
OK Computer tour.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
yeah. I think, and you know, OK Computer. That was my first time I ever came across an album that I had to work on a lot, but I wanted to work on. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I was like, you know, I remember Paranoid Android video, like the animated video was on MTV all the time, and it's such a great song. Even when you listen back to it, like you're just like, oh, that's
like
such
6 great
such a
songs.
deadly song, yeah. But it did take so much work to fully appreciate it as a whole. You know, it took a long time to get there, and looking back on it, you just marvel at it. Like, you know, you still stick it on, still you appreciate it more. Like, and that's, I suppose, it's the Osu definition of a classic album.
Yeah.
You know,
That's perfect.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like, who would be your big band?
Big obsession. I suppose my biggest one would probably be Rory Gallagher.
Mhm.
It took a long time for me to be able to easily answer that question when someone
Yeah.
says to you, who's your favorite artist of all time. The kind of Rory Gallagher fascination began, like I said to you earlier, with that kind of 15-year-old kid playing a riff and me going, whoa, what's that like?
Had you heard Rory Gallagher before that, or?
No,
Okay.
heard of him, didn't know any of his music, totally ignorant. Like back then, I was like just a massive Britpop head. Like a year into us playing music together, I was in HMV on Grafton Street when they had the bigger shop, and I said, you know, Connor, like they've got all these Rory Gallagher albums on, you know, for €5 on CD. Like what do I need to get here?
Yeah.
And he just said, just make sure you get his first self-titled one, Tattoo and Juice. And I was like, cool, okay, got the 3 of them. Went home, stuck on the first album, and I went, oh my God. Instantly, I was like, you know, and that I think as well, that kind of, in a way, like you're relatively aware of kind of, you know, Rolling Stones and, you know, Led Zeppelin and other kind of, you know, artists from around the 60s and 70s, but that kind of kickstarted me into kind of going, okay, I kind of think the 70s might be my favorite decade of music, and also blues rock is my favorite
Mhm.
genre of music. So I just got totally obsessed with Rory. Unfortunately, never got to see him live, you know, and then reading a couple of biographies kind of got more into it. I never read books,
Yeah.
like ever. But I did, you know, read Rory's a couple of different biographies, and it was just, yeah, some cool stories. Like his brother Donal Gallagher was his manager, and he has a story that after a show, and I think it could have been in Germany, Rory Gallagher had this real kind of like post-show thing where he didn't want to see anybody, didn't want anyone coming in, you know, near him. He needed wind down afterwards, and he was by no means, he was a very kind of gentle, kind of humble person.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, ego or anything. It was just his thing. I need like, time to kind of wind down after a gig. So there was a knock on the dressing room door, and there was a guy like in the hallway with, he had a hat on or whatever and shades, and Donal, Rory's brother, opens the door. He goes, "Yeah, what you want?" He goes, "Oh, I just want to, know if I can come in and say hello to Rory." And he's there. "No, sorry, man. Rory doesn't talk to anyone after the show." And he's like, "That's cool, no problem." And he walked off. And as he was going down the stairs, his brother realised, fuck, that was Bob Dylan.
Dance the Devil,
Yeah.
the Frames album. There's a lot.
I
of
love
bass
that
in it.
album.
Yeah, me too.
I love Fitzcarraldo. I love Dance the Devil. And I kind of have, for the Birds, I've always had this thing where I want to go back to it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I got to know it as well as the other two.
Wait, yeah.
And I kind of, like, I remember songs like Mighty Sword and For the Birds, and I loved them. And then I kind of drifted away a bit from the Frames. I suppose Glenn started kind of doing his own thing, and...
Well, they had one good album after that, Burn the Maps. Which had some...
I didn't really familiarise myself with it.
Had some great songs.
Yeah.
But then after that, The Cost was the album after that, and I just really didn't get that album at all.
Yeah. Because I remember seeing the Frames when Dance the Devil came out in Whelan's, and myself and my bunch of friends at the time, we were totally obsessed with Frames. We went on one of those like post leaving cert holidays to the Canaries. Like, we had a weird mix of albums that were just like, that's where your CD player.
Yeah.
Someone would bring the CD player, and I think we had like the albums I got introduced over there was the Frames Fitzcarraldo, and I was like, yeah, this is really cool. And then we had like Scream and Delicate by Primal Scream, which I'd never really listened to before.
That's pretty great as well.
It was a good holiday album. It's really sunny, and we were like in the sunshine, and from then on, like I got really into the Frames, and saw Glenn play a solo set in King Tut's, which is in Glasgow. And it was supposed to be the Frames, and then we arrived and there's all these signs up, and regrettably a couple of the band members got sick, so it's just Glenn on his own tonight, and I'd only ever seen them as a band, and I was like, oh, this is shit, like, he was amazing on his own. Brilliant,
That was
and
his
there's all
show,
these
man.
like lads going, "Hey, you got any CDs with you, pal?" To Glenn, and I was like, "Oh man, Glenn, if only they knew how much we love you, man. Wouldn't be ever go up to you and ask you for a CD after a gig, Glenn, But no, he's great, very hugely talented guy.
And how did you get into decent music?
Decent music. I think my earliest memory of kind of having there's more to out there than what you just hear in the charts. Because I suppose when you're a kid, like, you're into whatever your peers are into, and your peers are more or less going to be into the chart music. So you're into chart music, and there's nothing wrong with chart music at all. I mean, you look over decades and what people probably thought was, turn their noses up in the 80s, and are classics now. But I suppose one day my mom had like a very small record collection, and like there was the usual like standard Irish family James Galway on the flute on vinyl. I was like, nah, I'm not really interested in that. And then all these kind of random 60s and 70s like chart compilation records, and it's
Yeah.
kind of okay, there's one or two good things here. But she was a big Beatles fan, so she had she had Monkeys, the Turtles, and Beatles, and they're all albums she bought in South America when she was in her 20s and in the late 60s. So some of them were first presses. Anyway, I remember one day, I think I was 15, and I just put on, she had like 4 Beatles albums, and I just put on Rubber Soul, and I listened to it with headphones, and I just went, oh my God, my life has changed forever. That's it. You know, it was instant. Like,
Yeah.
I was really excited. It was like a rush. It was like, holy shit, this is music, you know?
Yeah.
Not what I've kind of been listening to over the last, like, you know, 4 or 5 years. But I mean, like, you're not going to be into cool music when you're 10 or 11, like, you know. And I think if you are, like, if you're listening to Smiths or The Clash when you're 10, you've got problems. Like, you know, some bad shit's going to happen to you when you're older.
Puberty's going to hit you pretty hard, man.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Dark rooms ahoy. And yeah, so that was, you know, I think that was that. And actually, strangely, my sister, in fairness to her, did buy me for my 9th birthday. She bought me Octung Baby on cassette, and it was just before we went on holiday. And I had the Walkman, obviously, and I just listened to it endlessly. Like, you know, and I that was another kind of moment where I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. But I kind of, never the kind of U2 thing kind of didn't really last with me then.
Octung Baby's still a hell of an album.
Oh, it's, I you know, like, I've never actually thought of, because it's something that changes all the time, and I'm sure you're the same. I never really thought of, like, what's my top 10 albums of all time that I've heard up until now. But it's always kind of, Octung Baby always pops into my head when I think of maybe a top 10, because I just think the lyrics and the music were just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, U2 have a lot of classic albums like Joshua Tree, but I still think listening to albums like Joshua Tree and from start to finish, you go, oh, I could do without that song, or I could do without that one. But I think Octung Baby, for me anyway, and I know loads of people who saw U2 in the 80s when they were in their 20s and 30s go, what the fuck are you talking about? But Octung Baby, I think, is probably, maybe they're at their peak kind of creativity.
I think so.
Creatively and lyrically and musically, and everything just kind of came together. But after that, it kind of went, I kind of liked All That You Can't Leave Behind, you know what I mean?
I thought it was okay.
There's some good songs on it, but
I'm a big pop defender.
Pop is great.
I think pop is underrated.
Pop is great, and I mean, Discotheque, you know, and even Please is on that one, isn't it? Yeah, and
Staring at the Sun.
Staring at the Sun. Some great songs in that. And even Zeropa has a couple of, like, you know, Lemon and stuff. And
the weird thing is, I misremember that album in that, like, I relatively recently became, for some reason, the riff from Zoo Station got lodged in my head. And also, what's that song? Daddy's Gonna Pay for Your Crashed Car.
Yeah.
And that stuff just started popping into my head for some reason.
Yeah.
And I listened back to it, and like, the production on Octung Baby is real warm and expansive and immersive. The production on Zeropa it feels real rushed.
Yeah.
There's something kind of, I don't know,
I wonder was that kind of
cheap sounding about it.
Because Zeropa was, like, supposed to be, was probably their first kind of worldwide mega tour. Like, you know what I mean? With all the, like, the tricks and bells, like, you know, so maybe they were kind of going, like, guys, come on, we're going on the road and thing.
Was it done on the road or something? Was there something like that?
Could have been.
Yeah. So no, that's another.
I don't really know anything about U2 after 1989. So.
Yeah. Yourself, and to a much lesser extent myself, like, we're engaging in music criticism.
Yeah.
Because I actually just realized, I don't think I've mentioned, like, I'm talking to Remy.
Oh, yeah. Hi everyone. My name's Remy.
Of Remy's music and film blog.
Yeah.
This is professionalism at the type. But yeah, so I mean, you do engage in that thing, which you don't review stuff you hate, which is
I you know, but I also learned, kind of, like, I suppose I've been doing it for 4 years now, but I've only really been reviewing music for 3, because at the start I was just kind of like going, I really like this, you know, new album by, say, for example, Radiohead or whatever, And it was really just a platform to share stuff with friends, mostly films and albums that like I was picking up.
Yeah.
You meet up in the pub and I just had a ready place on my phone to go, yeah, this is all the films I've seen recently. Like, so I didn't have to use my brain, basically.
Yeah.
I wasn't writing much, maybe, 6 or 8 lines about each thing, and then picking favorite tracks or whatever. But I kind of, so then I started getting, I remember I got my first request to do a review, and I was like, oh, jeez, I don't know if I can't review music, like, listen to something and then kind of not pull it apart, but kind of
dissect it.
Dissect it and describe it. Because I mean, I used to buy the Sunday Times every Sunday just for the album reviews in the culture section. Like, everything else went in the bin. Like, I might read the headlines and go, yeah, the world's fucked, but I want to, and obviously the film reviews, because I kind of respected I found that the ratings they gave the albums in particular uncannily reflected, when I go and listen to them after, if they gave it like a 4 or 5 star, I go listen to it and I go, yeah, okay, Sunday Times critics seem to be a good guide for me. But anyway, I remember reading how they describe stuff, and I was like, oh God, like, I could never do that. But then, you got to start somewhere. And the first band sent me an email, and it was Bold Things, band from Dundalk. Yeah, so they sent me a review request of one of their songs, and I was really excited by this. I was like, oh my God, like, some musicians are reading, like, this is just for me and my friends, And I kind of, so I gave it a stab. I must actually read it again, see what it's like. But I gave it a stab, and I really enjoyed it. Like, and then just slowly, very, very slowly, more started to trickle through. Maybe one every 2 or 3 weeks, and I get like real excited. Something come into the email inbox. I'd be like, oh, cool, there's another band, like, and it just got going that way. And it kind of, I still now, after doing it for 3 years, I still now completely question whether what I'm writing is my observations total bullshit, or this massive self-doubt about, like, am I capturing what the person's doing. Like, it's obviously you interpret music your own way.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, you don't want to be like totally, a billion miles away from what they were trying to do, or you know what I mean.
You want to have a reference of context.
Yeah, exactly. You want them to kind of read it and go. You don't want them to. You're not thinking of them reading it. You're thinking of other people reading it because you want to recommend something, and you want people to kind of go, okay, he's obviously into this. I'll check it out.
Yeah. Maybe
I'll like it. Maybe I won't. But you also don't want the band to read it and go, is this a review about us? Because like, I don't recognize any of this shit that he's talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I kind of go for. I've always had it that it's a recommendation site, because that's kind of how it started off, recommending films and albums to my friends, and I wanted to stick to that. I don't really want to kind of. I mean, I suppose the way I would describe it is, if I watch a really shit film, I'm not going to feel like, I'm going to get up in the morning and write a review of that. You know what I mean? There's no motivation there. Why would I kind of waste an hour and a half kind of writing about something that I didn't enjoy? Yeah. And like, what's the purpose of that?
Thanks so much to Remy for talking to us today. You can find links to all his work on our website, thearteries.org. And thank you so much for listening to The Arteries over our first few months. Every bit of feedback, kind word, like, share, comment, it really means a lot. All the music for today's show was provided by Glomar. The show was produced by David Cantan and presented by me, Noël Duplaa. 2016 can go fuck itself. See you in 2017. This has been The Arteries.